First thing we're going to work on are échappés. My heels are lined up with the line that's in front. The line along the side where my toes are is going to be the line that I try to hit every time I spring to my demi-pointe. I'm always trying to get my heels to come back down in the center on that line. My heels always have to go to the floor, and then I have to spring up to my demi-pointe so that all my toes are spread out. So let's do this in fifth position. Notice that middle line is where my arches are. I'm springing to that line and always trying to get my heels back down and my arch right in the center where that line is. Remember, échappé means to escape. So you can see my legs and my feet are escaping away from fifth position. Next is a relevé. Relevé means to rise. I'm using a plie motion to help push myself up to straight legs. Notice my heel always has to come down and my toes are spread out and I'm using the ball of my foot. This is a relevé with straight legs. Some people call it an élevé. I'm pushing the floor away with just my power of my ankles. Now we're doing sous-sus. Sous-sus means under and over. Notice I go first position into a tight sous-sus, always returning to that grid on the floor. There's Jazz, that's my cat. Next will be balancé. Balancé means to rock, just like a rocking chair. I lace my foot to the back and rock backwards and forwards. This move can also be done traveling, so I can do this while turning or going forward or backwards. Remember, you're doing this with me. Next is pas de basque. Pas de basque is the same as a balancé, except my foot is going to lace to the front instead of the back. Again, this move can be done turning or forward or traveling backwards. Next is sauté. Sauté means to jump. I'm trying to push the floor away and have my feet fully extended to a complete point. When I land on the floor, I want to come down toe, ball, heel instead of landing with a clump. I want to roll down gently. I can do a sauté with 2 feet. I can do it with 1 foot. Usually this is done in a stationary place, so I'm not traveling with this, but it can be done the other way. Coupe is a cutting move. So I'm cutting my foot under and I'm cutting over. Cutting coupe under, cutting coupe over. Next is assemblé. Assemblé means to join together or to assemble. See how I'm trying my best to bring my feet back together before I can land? So I take off of 1 foot and land on 2. I can do it from fifth position. Now watch, I'll take off of 1 foot and land on 2 feet. I try to assemble or join my legs back together again while I'm still up in the air so that when I land softly in fifth position. No clumping noises. You're doing all of this with me. Next will be sous la coude pied. That means at the neck of the foot. So I guess your ankle is supposed to be the neck of your foot. Do you see how I can do this in the front and in the back, and I can do it wrapped? At the beginning of this video, we did échappé, but we did it up to our tippy toes. Now we're going to do échappé jumping. We're pushing the floor away and landing in second position. We can land in other positions, but for right now, we're just going to land in second. Notice that every time I come down, I'm trying to roll down gently, no clumping noises, rolling down toe, ball, heel, and making sure my heels get on the ground. I'm always trying to go out to the same place and then return to the exact same grid on the floor with that yellow line. Push the floor away. Push the floor away. And remember, échappé means to escape. I'm escaping this position. Piqué means a sharp point. There are a lot of ways we can do piqués. Normally in dance class, we're doing piqué turns. Now, right now, we're learning how to do just a piqué. We're just tapping the floor gently with our tippy toe. Now, when we travel with a piqué, it's a light, quick, sharp peck up and back down again. This is not traveling yet, and we're not doing the turns yet. Now, our preparation to do that will eventually go into a turn, you're doing a little bit of a circle or a rond to go up. We're going all the way as high as we can on the ball of our foot. And now we're traveling. So remember I said coupe earlier? Look how I did that cutting. I did a cut underneath. And that helps me to travel. I'm replacing this foot with this foot so that I can travel sideways. Piqué. Piqué means a sharp move or a stick. I'm not doing the piqué turns because my space is a little limited, just like yours right now, while we're not at the dance studio. Next, we're going to work on Petite battu. Battu means beats, and naturally, petite means little. So these are little beats. I'm taking that sliding foot and trying to make a perfect arrow, like a piece of pie. It latches to the back, then to the front. But every time I do that, I have to do a point. Now, here's a no-no. Do not do it with a circle. There's no point in doing it. Ha, ha, ha. We're going to do bourrées together. Bourrée is a linking step and traveling or stationary step. Watch my knees. They're doing quivering. Now that's kind of slow. When we travel, the back foot is going to go and get the floor, and the front foot is coming to join it. Most people think it's the front foot that's doing all the work. It's really the back. Now there's stationary. My knees are really rippling. I want to continue that knee rippling, but my back foot goes to get the floor, takes me over to it, and my front foot joins it. Bourrée. Next is emboîté. Emboîté is another jumping move, a spring-loaded move. You're springing off the floor. You usually are landing on one foot at a time. So it's one foot and the other. So your weight is on one foot. There's several ways to do emboîtés. You can do these in the front. You can do them in the back. For right now, we're just doing it on the front. And I am trying to land in the same place every time. Hi, Jazzy Cat. Now let's take it where we're going in attitude. Notice my knee is bent. This way we're trying in the air as my 2 feet are passing each other in front of me. The bottoms of my feet have to look at each other. And the ideal way to do this is I would actually be able to take a picture of me in the air where both of my feet are right in front looking at each other. Now, détourner. Détourner is to swivel or turn with both feet. So both of my feet are connected to the ground. This is hard to do in slow motion. I'm swiveling. Both feet stay on the ground. So you can see I'm kind of unwinding my legs and winding them back up. I can only go halfway around, and then I have to come back again. Détourner, swiveling on both feet, turning on both feet. Now together, let's do soutenu. Soutenu means to swirl. I'm on both feet, and I'll do a complete turn. Now, if you'll notice, I started with this foot in the front, but when I get all the way around, Magically, the other foot is in front, swirling just like an ice cream cone, that swirl feeling.